So, what is the brief history of the Washington chapter for parents' rights in education?
We have been around for just over 3 years. It was 3 years ago that down in the Battleground School District in Southwest Washington, our school district was looking at a sex ed curriculum for the high school. And it's a comprehensive sexual education curriculum called FLASH, which stands for Family Life and Sexual Health. And it's not the sex ed that most of us were raised with. It heavily pushes Planned Parenthood and gender, identity, role-playing, different, I guess, sexual conversations. And when I saw what they were trying to put into the schools, I was appalled and got a hold of some people, and we organized, rallied our community, got them to our school board meetings, and we had that first school board meeting, we had over 200 people there to tell our school board we do not want our kids taught this. And that was the birth of Washington Parents' Rights in Education. We were able to keep comprehensive sexual education out of our district for a year and a half until the state pushed a law that mandated K through 12 comprehensive sexual education across the entire state. Well, from there, we worked with other grassroots organizations across the state on Referendum 90, which put the bill on the ballot so we could vote it down. It was an amazing effort. We broke a state record for getting signatures on a petition, and this was in the middle of the COVID lockdown when we were supposed to be at home and a lot of businesses were closed. And so it was amazing we were able to do that. Even though we did get it on the ballot, it was passed. So now in Washington State, we have mandated K through 12 comprehensive sexual education. But after that happened, we knew we couldn't stop there. And so Washington Parents' Rights in Education has gone forward in expanding to other school districts and encouraging people to start a group in their district to look at the curriculum, look at their board policies, to communicate with their board, to support good candidates for the school board, and to have an influence in their district and in their schools. And so that was the start of Washington Parents' Rights in Education.
So with your group's activities in Washington spanning the entire state, can you describe the particular environment with working near Vancouver and conversely Seattle?
I'll speak about Vancouver first. It is just across the river from Portland. We do have quite a few activists in Vancouver, but there are also a lot of people who are concerned about this. Seattle, it's a little bit more on the activism side of people who support comprehensive sexual education, but parents are starting to wake up and see what is going on in the schools. And, you know, the tide is turning. It is starting to turn more in the rural areas, but that is spreading into more urban areas such as the big cities.